माशाल्लाह।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर स्टूडेंट। आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है ये है किडनी के बारे में। लेकिन किडनी को हम दो स्टेप्स में पढ़ेंगे, दो पार्ट्स में, दो लेक्चर में। एक सबसे पहले हम पढ़ेंगे अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द किडनी। किडनी के स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे। सबसे पहले आपको ये पता होना चाहिए द स्टडी ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ किडनी। द स्टडी ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ kidney is called as urology, or it is also called as the renal histology. Urology, or it is also called as the renal histology. So the study of the structure of the kidney is called the urology or the renal histology. So kidney is 2 in number. ये जो kidney हमारे पास होता है, this is the 2n number. Kidney is 2n number. Now we are going to discuss the structure of the kidney. One is the left kidney and the second one is the right kidney. That the outer part of the kidney is called as the renal cortex. The outer part of the kidney is called as the renal cortex. Well, this inner part of the kidney is called as the renal medulla. This inner part of the kidney is called as renal medulla. The outer part of the kidney is called as renal cortex, but the inner part of the kidney is called as the renal medulla part. And this part is called as the pyramids. That part is called as the pyramid. And the number of the pyramid is 16 to 18 in number. 16 to 18 in number. Inside the pyramid there is a that part is called as the minor calyx. This is known as the minor calyx, and this minor calyx is arises into the major calyx. So the minor calyx is arises into the major calyx. This minor calyx is arises into the major calyx. This one is known as the major calyx. That part is known as the major calyx. So and major calyx, this part, the dotted line, this dotted line is known as the column of Bertini. This dotted part is known as the column of Bertini. This dotted part is known as the column of the Bertini, and that part is called is the minor calyx. This is called as the major calyx. The outer part is called renal cortex, while the inner part is called as the renal medulla. And this part is also known as the fibrous capsule. And fibrous capsule have white fibrous tissue. White fibrous tissue. And that part of the kidney is the fatty capsule. This part is called the fatty capsule, and fatty capsule act as a shock absorber. This fatty capsule act as a shock absorber. And that part of the kidney, this part of the kidney is called the renal renal fascia. This part of the kidney is called is the renal fascia. So this major calyx is open into a large structure. This open into a structure known as the renal pelvis. This is known as the renal pelvis. Major calyx open into the large opening. This large opening is called as the renal pelvis. So in the here, this is called is the renal artery. This is known as the renal artery. This is the renal artery. So here the same structure is here. The same structure is here. This outer part of the kidney is called as the renal cortex, and this part of the kidney is called as the renal medulla. This is known as the pyramid, which is 16 to 18 in number. This pyramid is 16 to 18 in number. So this inside this pyramid there is a small calyx. This is known as the minor calyx. That part is known as the minor calyx. Minor calyx, and this minor calyx is open into a large. This open into a major calyx. So this minor calyx is open into a major calyx. This open into a major calyx. They open into a major calyx, and major calyx open into renal pelvis. So kidney is 2 in number. Kidney is 2 in number, and that part is also known as the ureter. Ureter. That is also known as the ureter. So and here यहाँ पर this is called as the renal vein. Renal vein. The one is the renal artery and the second one is the renal vein. So this kidney, the left kidney is lower than the right kidney because of the liver. Right kidney is lower than the left kidney. Again I am repeating. The right kidney is lower than the left kidney because the right kidney is pushed. Right kidney is pushed by the liver. Right kidney is pushed by the liver. This part is known as the liver. The right kidney is pushed by the liver, which is about 1 centimeter. Right kidney is pushed by the liver, and the right kidney is started from the thoracic 12 vertebra up to lumbar second, and the right kidney start from the thoracic 11 vertebra up to lumbar third. So here the another structure is present. The another structure is present. This structure here यहाँ पर this is known as the nephron. So nephron, this is known as the nephron. Nephron is present in the some part of the nephron, the Bowman capsule and glomerulus. This part of the nephron is present in the outer part of the kidney known as the renal cortex, and the lower part of the nephron is present in the inner part of the kidney, which is known as the renal medulla, which is known as the renal medulla. And above the that is known as the adrenal gland. That is known as the adrenal gland. So above the kidney, adrenal gland is above the kidney, adrenal gland is present. So this the outer part is called as the renal cortex. So renal cortex. The renal cortex is dark in color. Renal cortex is dark in color. This renal cortex is dark in color. The question is that why the renal cortex is dark in color? Because the first blood is come to the renal cortex, so that is why it appears is dark in color. And the inner part of the kidney, that part of the kidney is known as the renal medulla. And the renal medulla is white in color, light in color. Renal medulla is light in color because the urine and waste product is come to the renal medulla, so that is why renal medulla is light in color. and that part of the kidney is known as the Hilus. This curved part of the kidney is known as the Hilus. Hilus or hilum. That part of the kidney is known as the hilus or hilum. Hilus or hilum is also known as the door of the kidney. Also known as the door of the kidney. Also known as the door of the kidney, because entering and outing is occurred by this part of the kidney which is known as hilus. That is why it is called as the door of the kidney. So nephron, we will study this nephron and the function of kidney in detail. So nephron, there are approximately 1 million of nephron in each kidney. Approximately 1 million of nephron in each kidney. Approximately 1 million of nephron is present in the each kidney. So this, we take that one pyramid. We take that one pyramid, and this pyramid is 16 to 18 in number. So this narrow part of the pyramid, narrow end of pyramid, that narrow end of pyramid is known as the renal papillae. Renal. This narrow end of the pyramid is known as the papillae. So that is the structure of the kidney: renal vein, renal artery, and this fibrous column of Bertini, renal cortex, renal medulla. And I am repeating, the structure of the kidney is called the urology or renal histology. And the second is the function of the kidney. The function of the kidney is called the nephrology. So that is the structure of the kidney. So take it a picture, and then I remove this whole topic. So the renal pelvis, that is the renal pelvis. This renal pelvis is open into another structure, and this structure is called as the urinary bladder. The structure is known as the urinary bladder. The structure is known as the urinary bladder. And again, this urinary bladder is open into another structure, and this is called as the urethra. And this urethra is large in male, but urethra is short in female. Urethra is large in male, but urethra is short in female. And urinary bladder, a muscle is present, which is the voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary and involuntary muscle is present. So voluntary muscle is present in adult. This voluntary muscle is present in adult. ये जो voluntary muscle होती है adult में पाए जाते हैं. But this involuntary muscle is present in the small child, and that is present in the very old man. In child and old man. So involuntary, which cannot control our urination. Involuntary, in case of voluntary muscle, we control our urination. So but involuntary muscle cannot control our urination, which is present in the small child and then old. So this is the structure of the kidney. Inshallah, in the next part we will discuss about the function of the kidney. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel, share and then like my channel. Thanks.